Parent alert. An employee at a Richmond hair salon is accused of having sexual contact with a child at that salon. And investigators in Fort Bend County believe there could be more victims. Sergio David Chavarria, also known as Ray, worked at Express Cuts for 10 years. He was arrested and charged with indecency with a child. Bill Barajas live in Richmond tonight. Bill, investigators are obviously asking parents to talk with their children if they were ever customers there.
Well, it's because of some of the evidence and intelligence that they gathered that they believe there could be more victims. As you mentioned, investigators now asking parents to sit down with their children for a tough conversation if they've ever visited this Express Haircuts hair salon. This is Sergio David Chavarria. The 61-year-old was arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a 13-year-old boy.
It was an outcry made by a child. And then we ended up doing the forensic interview.
Investigators say Chavarria preyed on the young boy at this hair salon. We called and visited Express Cuts, but it was closed.
Sergio Chavarria was in fact an employee of Express Cuts, and that the victim in this case was at the establishment in order to get a haircut.
Chavarria's mugshot, not his first. He was arrested back in 1998 for sexually assaulting a 22-year-old woman. The lead prosecutor in this case, Craig Priestmeyer, says the registered sex offender is charged with 3 counts of indecency with a child by sexual contact, but is also facing 2 charges of failing to comply with the sex offender's duty to register.
Within the state of Texas, the laws under sex offender registration only prohibit from certain places of employment, right? And so the way that the laws are structured now is it was possible that he was allowed to be able to work there.
Investigators tell us that because of the allegations, they believe there could be more victims.
I just want to stress to the public that if you have a child who's received services at this hair salon, speak with your child and ask if anything bad happened.
And Chavarria is being held at the Fort Bend County Jail. His total bond has been set at $320,000. If you have any information in this case or are a victim or know a victim, you're asked to call the Richmond Police Department. Live in Richmond, Bill Barajas, KPRC, Channel 2 News.